Hello book dragons, it's Alyssa and you're watching Pages in Ink. So as the title suggests, today I am going to continue my series Book Toast or Book Roast, and I will be doing a review on Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. So grab your popcorn, grab your Red Bull, grab your candy, and sit back, relax, and enjoy this hot mess. So this book takes place in a different timeline than our own. In this timeline, in 2016, a certain president was not elected, and instead it was a female. Her two children, Alex and June, are a couple years apart, and this book starts when Alex is in his senior year of college. He still lives at the White House, even though that's not normal after the first sons or daughters graduate high school, but he's going to Georgetown, which is around the corner basically, so he still lives at home in the White House. Alex has a rivalry with Prince Henry, the Prince of Wales. The book starts with Alex, June, and their best friend Nora going to England for Prince Philip's, who is Henry's older brother, his royal wedding, much to Alex's dismay. There is a conflict or an incident between Henry and Alex, and that makes the whole world go up in flames. To save face and to cover up this political scandal, they now have to pretend that they're best friends. Before I jump into my review of this book, I do want to bring up Goodreads. So currently, it has a 4.52 star rating on Goodreads with 2,555 ratings and over 1,300 reviews. This book has gotten a crazy amount of buzz. I've heard some people call it their favorite book of the year. It's been all over social media, all over BookTube. I've been dying to get my hands on it. I got it the day that it came out, May 14th, and I read it the day that it came out, May 14th. Technically, I think on Goodreads it said May 14th and the 15th because I read it I finished it at midnight. It is a fairly quick read with big font and just over 400 pages. So it's not going to take a long time to get through this book. It's not super chunky. I'm gonna come right out and say my rating for this book right away. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I did grapple with giving it a 5 star. I think I initially did give it a 5-star rating, but the more that I think about the way that the ending played out for me, it is a 4.5. However, I was sucked in. From beginning to end, I was sucked in. I loved this story. I absolutely love books that are told in third-person perspective. Most of the time when I pick up a contemporary novel, it's in first-person point of view and it drives me crazy. I'm not a big fan of first person, which is funny since Ella Enchanted is one of my favorite books from childhood, and that is first person. It is told in present tense as well. I usually prefer third person past tense. Again, with contemporary, I see a lot of contemporary novels, specifically the romancy novels told in present tense. So I have gotten used to being able to pick one up and dive in anyway. But if those are things that really annoy you, then heads up, it's told in present tense, but it is told in third person. However, if you like first person, then that kind of doesn't work out for you. I adored the writing style. Casey McQuiston was so sassy in this book. I absolutely adored it. So this is everything that I expected in a prince, son of the president kind of rom-com. It was super cute, super sweet. I will say, so this isn't adult and it's not young adult. It is considered new adult. A trend that I've heard, I haven't read a lot of new adult, but a trend that I've heard about that you find in a lot of new adult is a lot of adult scenes. I don't know what it is, and I know that I'm probably in the minority when it comes to this kind of thing. I'm not super big into grown-up scenes, if you know what I mean. Usually they're awkward and I'm left uncomfortable and I just skip over them. There are some in this book, so I'm warning you now. Again, if you're kind of like me and you're like, I don't really need to read about that, then you can always skip over them. They do happen. They're not awkward in this book, so that's the good news. It's not super awkward. It's not coming up with as many weird names as you can for genitalia. So the only reason why I didn't give this a 5-star rating was because I felt that the ending was a little bit long. I felt like some things could have been cut out to make this just a little bit shorter. It didn't need to be over 400 pages. However, it also didn't need to be like under 300. There was just a little bit where I was reading and was like, okay, what more needs to happen? It doesn't draw out the ending to a crazy extent by any means. I just wanted to be finished, I think. This was a really great read. I do highly recommend it. As someone who tends to read historical fiction or fantasy, I loved this book. I want all of my friends to read it. I want to gush about it. It was so sweet and so cute and almost perfect for me. And the relationships in this book, not even like the dating relationships, the friendships, his relationship with his sister, it was all just so heartwarming. I loved it. It felt like a freaking Hallmark original movie, but better and more adult. I definitely think you should pick it up, even if you're not into rom-coms. And I would highly recommend listening to Temporary Love by Ben Platt before you read this book, because the second that you hit a certain part in this book, like, that song is everything. It just describes it perfectly. So I just kept like singing that song in my head as I was reading it, which I think made the experience so much better. So again, Temporary Love by Ben Platt. Go listen to it. It's amazing. I absolutely love him too. That song's a 5 out of 5 for me. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to join the Book Dragon family, hit that subscribe button down below. And as always, until next time, remember to be nice to yourself and be kind to others.